back to the Kaiser Report. Kaiser is right here. We're out for a ride in the snow again. Forecast is for snow all day. We've got probably 2 inches that have fallen between overnight and now. And we're just checking on the property for downed trees and animals in need. And we're going to be giving you some shots here. Of some of the property. We're going to go up to the small pond, or smaller pond, than we were at the other day to see what's going on. So I'm going to take you for a ride up the valley here. So stay tuned. Short period, we'll be coming up on the hunting shack. It's a 360. Nice warm hunting shack during hunting season. We don't hunt much on this side of the property at all, but when we do, we may take a deer now and then. But this is more of a habitat than anything else back here. And we're showing you right now the hunting lodge. And we got a big down tree coming up here across the creek, I see. That heavy windstorm the other night really played havoc with the trees in this area. Oh, that's a big one. We'll be out here after the weather clears with chainsaws to get that straightened out. And here is the medium pond on the property, fairly frozen over from the sight of things. And we'll let Kaiser out here right now to take a little run. Kaiser likes the snow. Usually when he's up here in the spring and the frogs jump out by this creek, it scares him. But right now he's looking around, got the scent of something. I guess the deer have been in. On the far side of this is another valley that we keep cleared. Used to be hay for horses, but we don't have horses now. So this pond has always been very healthy. A lot of fish in the pond. And a lot of other animals come to visit here. This is the main watering hole for some, and a nice place to sit and reflect on occasion. So, as I said earlier, that tree down over there will require some removal process, I'm sure. I see several more down just past that on the other side of the creek there. And look at that tree stand right there where that's just snapped off on the top. I would say when that big tree came down, it took the top out of that smaller one and sheared it right off. It's amazing what wind can accomplish. Our flagpole at the house was broken down at the base. It bent it so hard that the aluminum bent and fell. So we had some, they said 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts, but I believe it was a little stronger than that. But anyway, we're out here enjoying the snow again. It's supposed to snow the rest of the day and keep us in the white a little bit, which is very pleasant to me, especially because we're coming onto the weekend now, and we don't have to run to work or do anything that requires us to be on the road, so that's a good thing. News-wise today, I guess we took out some ballistic missiles that were being readied to fire on our naval ships by the Houthis, and we took them out early, so that's a good thing. It's a dangerous situation in the Red Sea right now for shipping and for our naval vessels, and I'm hoping that something can be done to come to a peace agreement somewhere along the lines with Hamas and Hezbollah and the Houthis. Used to be the 4-H's were a farm organization, but now they're a terrorist organization, from what things sound like. But we're out here in the beautiful Appalachian region, enjoying snow while other people are in harm's way, and our prayers go out to them. I guess there's no news yet on the missing Navy SEALs that went missing, the 2 of them, a few days ago. I was hoping that they would come on to find that they're okay, but it's not looking good. Again, our prayers go out to their families and to those sailors that were lost. What else is new in the news? The election process goes on. I guess they're all in New Hampshire now, trying to figure out who's going to end up on top there. Whether it's going to be Trump or not remains to be seen. And then we have, Nikki Haley that feels that she's a shoo-in, but I'm not too sure about that. DeSantis has not been traipsing around New Hampshire, so he must have an idea that it isn't going to go well there. So he's down in South Carolina, which is Nikki Haley's home base, where she was governor, and he's starting his campaign there rather than what he feels is a waste of time in New Hampshire. Whether or not that works for him or works for Trump or works for Nikki, we don't know. It's up to the voters at this point to decide what they like or don't like. It's kind of a mess in this country right now with the amount of illegal aliens that we've talked about ad nauseum now for weeks. That's not getting any better, and we have people in inclement weather conditions that are in the street, and they're trying to house them as best they can, but that's going to mean some death to people, especially older people that can't tolerate the cold like a young person can. But I guess the weather patterns across the United States right now this week are calling for frigid cold and snow in most regions. It's coming through here. And then next week, I think they're talking about a January thaw after Sunday. And we'll see how that works out. They're calling for 60-degree temperatures for the January thaw, and I guess some people will welcome that. I know the homeless will welcome that because you don't want to be out in this weather if you're not dressed properly or have the correct domicile to get warm in and get a meal. So if you see somebody in need on a street corner that needs a meal, please help them out, keep them warm. It's not a good situation to have 10 million people jammed into this country that have no wherewithal to buy a home or rent a place or even work at this particular point. And I believe they've been taken advantage of by some of these corporations and other small businesses that are trying to house up some of them for you know, working under the table, which doesn't help our tax base in any stretch of the means, but it may help them get a warm meal and a place to stay. So there's two ways of looking at it, but neither of them are real good ways to look at the situation with having to take care of 10 million people that are coming in here for asylum and other reasons. And I've said all along it's not a good situation and something needs to be done about it, and I guess that's what is going to drive these elections, to be something to help us. But enough said on the news today, but let's just take a look here at the snowy situation in the Appalachian region. This is such a peaceful spot to be out in these woods and just listen to the wind whisper. It's wonderful. Kaiser's having a great time. Well, it's time for me to go check the rest of the property and get on out of here, so I say we'll see you on the next Kaiser Report. Hopefully we'll be back in the studio before long, and we've got some interviews coming up and some walking tours of small towns. We'll be back to you soon. So with that, I say have a wonderful day.